This is David Wheaton. The following is a short take from the Christian Worldview radio program. You can hear the full program at thechristianworldview.org. Why do you think being engaged in a local church has become almost optional for many Americans? Or even if they're Christians, something that you can just watch church from home. And it's not the same kind of high priority of life that it used to be in this country.
I think one of the things that we see in our culture, our society today with the development of technology is this sense of being very individualistic. We've become really a society that's about self. And so a lot of that then transfers over into many areas of our life, which one of those, sadly, is the church, where we have really lost our understanding of ecclesiology and what the Bible says about being a Christian and being involved in the local church. The letters that Paul wrote, he wrote to churches. He didn't write them to individuals. There were a few individuals, Timothy and Titus, but those guys were local pastors of a church. And so he's writing to the local church so that the church understands what it is that God has called them to be as a congregation, as a community, as a people of God who have been called to worship him and to glorify him in their lives. In Hebrews 10:25 says, "Let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deeds, not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some." And sadly, we see today where it has become a habit because of technology, where people are able to forsake the assembling with one another, and so really become individualized. We see now a lot of churches that they call it church online, which is not the church. In fact, the very word church, ecclesia, means the assembly or the congregation. And so when you're watching something online through technology, sitting on your couch, you are not with the congregation. But the advancements of technology today has allowed for churches to go in that direction and then really encourage Christians, sadly, in the evangelical church to do that.
This has been a short take from the Christian Worldview radio program. To hear the full program and connect with this nonprofit radio ministry, go to thechristianworldview.org. I'm David Wheaton.